all you mom and dads out there. Today's parenting hack is don't make your child say, I'm sorry. You might be wondering, what do you mean, don't make my child say they're sorry? Well, has this ever happened to you where your kids have been fighting and one kid hauls off and hits the other kid, and so you say, now say you're sorry, and your kid goes, I'm sorry, and he doesn't really mean it. You know, if we keep teaching our child to do this, as an adult, what that sounds like is your husband comes home late for dinner and he says, oh, I'm sorry. Doesn't quite cut it, does it? So what we want to do is we want to teach some very important life skills with their apology. So it starts out with my bad or my mistake. Okay? What that does is that teaches them responsibility. Hey, it's mine. You know, I'm not blaming you. It's mine. I did it. So it teaches them responsibility. The second piece is that must have made you feel. This teaches them the very, very important life skill of empathy. And it also teaches them to be able to see what their effect had on other people. When we don't make that connection for children, they don't see the consequences, and it makes it more and more difficult for them to be able to think before they do something. And the third part of this is the child says, I'd like to make it up to you by. And what this does is two very important things. Number one is it helps a child to get back into integrity with themselves. Because when we do something that's, off, we feel bad about ourselves. We don't feel right. And so this teaches them how to get back into integrity with themselves. And then the second really, really important thing is that it builds trust back into the relationship. So trust is a very, very important part of relationships. And learning the art and the life skill of repairing mistakes in relationships is paramount. So let me give you an example about how my son did this. He was around 13, 14 years old, and we had an agreement that I would pick him up after school. And I've been doing this for several weeks, and I went to pick him up, and that day he wasn't there. I was like, where's my kid? And I got all worried, and I spent lots of time trying to figure out where he was, who he was with. And finally we got reconnected, and Tyler said to me, and I when he walked in the door, I was like, Tyler, where were you? I was supposed to pick you up. Where were you? And Tyler said, oh, my bad, Mom. I must have made you really, really worried. And I'd like to make that up for you by doing your dishes tonight, because I know I took a lot of your time, so I'll do your chores for you tonight. Now, it wasn't quite all that quick and smooth, but that's the essence of what he did. And when he did that, I felt so much better about our relationship. I felt like I could trust him again. I felt like he really cared about how I felt and what I thought. So teach your kids these 3 steps this week and have fun with it. So if you found today's parenting hack helpful, please like, share, comment below, and subscribe.